And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tip-off coming up shortly from Smoothie King Center as the New Orleans Pelicans will be going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Taking a look at the Mavericks. This time of the preseason, maybe a time for them to find a player who seizes an opportunity and shows that he can play an increased role once the real games start. So, Shaq, the New Orleans Pelicans trying to get top free agents in there, and you've spent time in the Crescent City. How would you sell the Big Easy to NBA free agents?
Well, one, it's a fantastic city on the water. It's a very unique city. I think it's a great free agent spot. However, I'm surprised it's not a bigger free agent destination, but went to college there, spent a lot of time in the Big Easy. It's a great city.
What was your favorite part of that city?
Not seeing Pelicans.
Not seeing Pelicans was a favorite part. What do you like to do in New Orleans, Shaq? When you're in New Orleans, what do you do?
Crawfish etouffee, Ernie.
Oh,
yeah.
it is. There is good grub down there, isn't it?
You know I'm a big eater.
Yeah. And you've never seen a pelican.
Would you like to eat a pelican?
Is that an offer?
Yes.
I'll pass. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Tastes like chicken, Ernie.
You let me know.
Welcome back to our NBA preseason coverage here on 2K Sports. Today's the last day of the preseason. Opening day not too far away. The Mavericks looking for a strong start to this road trip. Here they are in the preseason action. The young players chomping at the bit for some more increased minutes before the vets take over in the regular season.
You know, this is really an opportunity for a coach to take a look at what he has on his roster and find out which guys are going to be counted on and able to produce in the rotation.
And if you're a real NBA fan, these are great games because you get a chance to see some of the younger players, some of the role players, see if they've improved over the course of the summer, and you start to get a feel for what this team is going to look like down the road.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk and Chandler up front. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. And it's Nelson in at the point guard position.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand pat. They want to reload, not rebuild.
Now, here is Nelson. A fadeaway. Here's Chandler. No luck. And New Orleans will come the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And I think, Kevin, you know, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that, you know, they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you know you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Now Holiday. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I caught up with Coach Monty Williams. He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Holiday. Following the score by Dallas. It's Evans on the wing. The dish now to Davis. 6 on the shot clock.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. Parsons on the wing. Nelson dishes to Ellis. The feed now to Parsons. 18 feet out, and it's Dallas with another. The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Down low, got a piece of it. Holiday against Nelson from 13. Bank shot, no good.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Shoots from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Holiday. The Pelicans trail. Davis with a screen on Ellis. Holiday with it. Now Chandler defending. Holiday gets the bucket.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And here's Nelson. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Feeds it to Nowitzki. The 10-footer finds the target. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
When you talk about the great European players in NBA history, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve, has to be right at the top of the list.
Well, without question. And another distinction, for Dirk is possibly the greatest 7-foot shooter in basketball history. Actually, I think he is. And then with that high release, his jumper is about the closest thing to an unblockable shot as we've seen, since maybe the sky hook back in the day.
Ellis. Chandler, the pass to Parsons. Nelson against Gordon. Nelson kicks to Parsons. He dishes it to Nowitzki. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Evans leading the charge. Hasek with it. Now Chandler defending. Davis with a screen on Nelson. Here's Hasek. Nice D from Nowitzki. The Mavericks leading. Here's Nelson. Tyreke Evans comes up with the rebound.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Well, trade rumors circulated around Eric Gordon last season. Makes you wonder if there was some buyer's remorse from the Pelicans after they matched the Suns' 4-year, almost $60 million offer sheet.
And for Eric Gordon, guys, who had expressed some dissatisfaction with the situation in New Orleans, rumors, in fact, existed of a rift last season with him and Coach Monty Williams.
Well, that frequently happens on teams that are struggling like the Pelicans did last year. And, sometimes the contract can make a trade more difficult, so he may be stuck in New Orleans. And in the end, you just have to get healthy and deliver and make the best of whatever situation you're in.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon.
Down here in the Bayou, the Pelicans were a much deadlier team shooting the ball. They really shot well from outside when they played in this building.
Now here's Ellis. Last time out he had 14 points. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist from Monte Ellis. Chandler's got his first 2 points. For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. As you guys said, the Pelicans were sharpshooters here at home, top 5 in the league, Steve, for three-point percentage in this building.
And that helped them finish the season over 500 here in New Orleans, which is a step in the right direction for a team that is on the rise.
Clark and Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
Both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
That reminds me of a song.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
Nelson dishes to Parsons. Shot clock at 6. Soft touch off the glass. Parsons got 7.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. The Mavs have fallen back, Steve, in the West the last 2 years, but they were very much in the hunt this past season.
Well, they were in a battle for the final playoff spot in the West, and then they ended up in the 8th spot and took San Antonio all the way to 7 games. So they did extremely well given the strength of the conference.
Let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Second in three-point field goal percentage, third in three-point shooting, and they were ranked third in taking care of the ball. This team does not commit turnovers at a high rate. Very impressive.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Now here's Evans. He had 10 points in the win against Washington.
It wasn't just offense either, Kevin, and he was so disruptive defensively. I don't remember how many steals he had, but, man, he was dominant out there.
The shot by Holiday, no good. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Parsons kicks to Ellis. Kicks it out to Parsons. Nelson outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson. And the shot is good. So it's the Pelicans now. They trail by 3. This preseason outing with the Mavericks providing a good first chance to square off.
And this might not be your typical laid-back exhibition game because this was an opponent that dominated them in the season series a year ago.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Passes to Chandler. Dallas moving it around. Parsons passes to Ellis. Nelson outside. Fires it up. Asik pulls it in. Clark, this would be the time to show them you're a different team, a completely different ball club this time around.
I agree with you, but even if you're not all that different, you've got to show up to play. Take advantage of the fact that, hey, it's the preseason and maybe they think they can steamroll over you. At least you've got to put up a fight and offer some resistance.
Here's Ellis after Drew Holiday's score. Nelson dishes to Chandler. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Chandler's got his second bucket. Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head in an even matchup. And both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And a lot of their scoring in that win came from unexpected places, from guys who don't typically get a lot of minutes.
And you know what? Those guys on the bench, they practice every day too, even if they don't play every night. And that night, they were ready.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. Jimmer Fredette, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Smith subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now, here's Felton. Now, Aminu. Harris outside. The pass to Aminu. Clock at 6. Here's Felton. The offensive rebound. Wright. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Wright's got his first bucket in this one. Smith with it. Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's